So this is the Jude version of JJ. The Jude mood or mode or whatever you want to call me. I mean, we're all JJ. We all are called JJ. We all are versions of JJ. And honestly, I wish that we didn't know that we were. I wish that we could go back to before. I think it was easier then, maybe. Maybe not. Maybe it was the same. I don't know. But I do think that Bree is awake because I was having some thoughts in my head that are not something that I would do. So she was thinking that she should text this guy who's been flirting with us and tell him if he's not going to ask us out, that he needs to stop flirting with us. Because it's sending me into, she wasn't going to tell him that it was sending me into a spiral, but that's what's going on. It is. It's sending me into a spiral. And so, I am the version that has the existential crises and panic attacks. And I'm not in full panic attack mode at this time, but I am pretty close. There have been a couple of things that have gone on. Like last night, we came back home from my dad's. But on the way home, we stopped off at that bar with the roller quarters, planning on playing pool because Harper wanted to play pool. And Bree was like, I like that bar. I want to go to that bar. I want to play pool. And no guy that I'm obsessed with, which she's talking about me, is going to keep me from going to that bar. So that's kind of how she was about it. And so I get there, and he's there, and I didn't know if he was going to be there because it was Wednesday night, and I didn't know if he worked on Wednesday nights or not. So he's there, and I didn't even talk to him because I had sent him this rambling mess of words, and I know that it scared him off. And then when Harper flashed him, that probably made him think badly about me. And he did say something about, well, I guess you have to decide if you're gonna be casual with me. And Bree's like, oh, we messed up. Because now he thinks we're a whore. And, so anyway, last night went by the bar and didn't even talk to him. Sat down and talked to this other guy that I'd met, just friendly, not flirting or anything. And so Jude starts, I guess Harper's awake too, because I don't use the word dude. So anyway, the guy was sitting at the far end of the bar, and he just started texting me and saying that I looked really pretty, and then he said something kind of dirty, and Bree responded back, well, too bad I don't do casual, because that's what he had said to Harper that night that she flashed him. He said, well, you need to decide if you're gonna do be casual. And this is because we'd already talked about through Messenger that we don't do casual, and he had said that he was old-fashioned, and then Harper flashed him. Sorry. I think I'm coming down with whatever it is my mom's had. She's been really sick. So anyway, he, like, I had stopped obsessing about him, and then he's flirting with me last night, which confused me, because the last time that I went in, he totally acted like he couldn't have cared whether I lived or died. So anyway, he's texting with me, and then I got up and went over and got a pool stick and was trying to find a good one. And then I noticed that the pool table that I was going to play on was broken. And again, this is all third person to me, because at that point, I was not this version of me, the weirdo, autistic version. I was more Bree version, stronger and more confident, and not as nervous and awkward and weird. I mean, just weird, a weirdo, But she was very confident, and she tried out the stick, and then she noticed that the pool table was out of order, and he was over there playing with somebody, and he said, "Are you wanting to play?" And I said, "Yeah." And he said, "Well, you can have next game." I said, "Cool." So I waited there, and it was, I don't know, I was starting to get a little awkward. I woke up once he started texting me and flirting. And then really awkward and weird again. So Bree was thinking just now, she was like, I'm going to text him and say, if you're not going to ask me out, stop flirting with me. Because it's confusing. But before that, I was having a major existential crisis because I'm just, my mother gets in these modes, whatever, where she's got to be the expert on everything. And today she was like that. Only she's said things that are not correct. And it drives me crazy. And I think it's because of the OCD, maybe. I'm pretty sure. I've never been diagnosed, but I'm pretty sure that I have it. Because otherwise, why would I be obsessed with this guy that I don't even know? And why would I be obsessed with the state of the world? And people's rights and the Epstein files and whether or not there's going to be World War III and but I think I've always been like this. Like, everything has always felt wrong. Like, just wrong. Anybody else feel like that? Where everything just feels wrong. Just all feels wrong. And then my mom, she just always has to be right. And she corrects you, and when you say something, she's always giving you solutions to show that she's the smartest on that subject, and she's not. And then she outright says something that's totally not right. And it drives me crazy. And I correct her. And then she gets mad. And I'm worried that it's worse because she's getting older. But she's always been like that. And I do that too. That's where I get it from. when I'm in Brie mode, of course. So I get OCD over it being wrong. And then either I or Brie correct her, and she does not like it. And then she gets mad at me, and then she picks at me or does something mean. And I don't like being around her when she's like that. And she was like that today. And I wonder if she's been like that. Well, I know that she's been like that throughout my life. There are days when she's just like that. And is that why the world has always felt wrong? Because some days she was absolutely wonderful, and other days, every day was other days were a challenge day where she's gonna prove you wrong at all cost so that she can be the most right. And I don't want to play that game anymore. I don't want to play it. I don't want to be part of it. I don't. And I don't want to like this guy. He's not even all that great. Like, he's kind of braggadocious. But I don't know, I want to find my person. I really think that if I'd found my person, maybe I would feel normal. Not so much of a freak, not so confused. And I don't think he's out there. And that's really sad. I get really, really, really sad. This is the day after the first part of this. I believe that I'm a blended JJ, but the bees are going a little bit crazy. But I'm still a bit in distress. I've been more Jude all day. The day started off kind of crappy. Bees aren't happy with me. The day started off kind of crappy with my mom calling me to apologize. But we ended up yah-yahing back and forth. And I told her that that she just gets in these moods where she's got to be the expert and she's got to be right, and she does brags where she tells people too much information about her and about me. And I told her that that's why I was like that. We're not comfortable in our own skin. We're insecure. And the insecurity makes us feel like we have something to prove. And all day yesterday, she was like that. Not only around other people, but in the vehicle, just with me too. It's like I told her that I'm just in a lot of pain right now. And she's given me tons of solutions. Like, I can work on your shoulders. I can do this. I can do that. I've got some Solomon seal. And I don't want her solutions. I just want to say that I'm in friggin' pain. And hopefully it'll ease. I don't know, you know, Jude is very, rule driven, and she knows how it's supposed to be, you know? And how it's supposed to be is I'm supposed to have a husband. I'm supposed to have a husband that is the protector and loves me. And I don't know, whenever these friggin' bees are driving me crazy. And I always screw it up with the good ones, you know? And then, or maybe I don't. This guy is very, very normal. He is not what I need. I need somebody who is like me. I need somebody that has all these different aspects of himself. I need somebody that's going to complement my crazy Harper side. And this guy definitely does not do that. He's very normal. But for Jude, that's what she's drawn to. She wants normal. We do not need normal. We need somebody who has personality for days. Because he's going to bring that out in us. But unfortunately, Jude sees normal, and that's what she's drawn to. And then what she's doing is she ends up blaming our parents. She gets it in her head, you know, if they had been better and we were not like this, then we would have that, you know? we would fucking have that. But we've got 2 failed marriages and a failed engagement. I lived with another guy and that didn't work out either. You know, it's just non-stop friggin' failure. And it throws her into a spiral where she's having panic attacks. And I don't think that we can go back to that bar anymore, because she's convinced that this guy is exactly what we need in order to feel normal, and it's not true. And we are in a lot of pain right now. I don't know where Jessie is. Like, she's not been to the surface for probably a couple weeks. I think I'm Bree now. I don't fucking know. I might be Harper. I don't know. I don't fucking know. We're all JJ. Just like Vegan Dolls says. We all have fucking moods. And this is my mood, I guess. But I sure as hell do not feel the same as when I'm in the other modes. And when they take over, all of the memories seem like third person to me. I actually think I'm Harper right now. I'm sorry I flashed old Dude. I thought working in a bar he'd be more fun than he is, you know? Old-fashioned doesn't mean you can't look at, you know, when somebody flashes you. Does that make me a whore? Well, then every guy is a whore. It pisses me off how there's double standards, you know? Whereas, I don't know, I guess adults don't go around flashing people. But that's who I fucking am when I don't have the crybabies all up my ass. Yeah, I think I am Harper. Hello. That might be my cousin. Hello. Yes, you are beautiful. Amber? Wouldn't that be something if it was? No, it's not her. She comes to visit us as herself when she comes. It's been a while though. And it's never in when it's this mode anyway. It's always when it's Jude. I don't know. She's got like a direct line to... I don't know why I'm crying.